Hey everyone, Lucamus Prime here, so it's time for another franchise ranking video today. Today I'm going to be ranking another sub-franchise in the MCU, being the Thor trilogy. So this is all three movies based on Thor, from best to worst, in my personal opinion. This won't include any ones which he's in as a supporting character, such as the Avengers movies. So this is the three movies of the Thor trilogy, so it's from best to worst, in my personal opinion. So if you disagree, that's absolutely fine. It's your opinion, which I'm not going to disrespect or challenge, but yeah, please respect my opinion just like I respect yours. So, anyway, starting with my all-time favourite Thor movie, which I really love. It's a movie that I really enjoy watching. It's incredible to watch, which is Thor Ragnarok from 2017. And now, for the first time ever, guys, this is a franchise ranking where I don't give my favourite film 10 out of 10. I give this movie a 9 out of 10. Now, I would love to give it 10 out of 10, I truly would, but the problem is I've got a couple of issues with me, which is why I don't give it 10 out of 10, and you'll know I want to go through the issues, so yeah. Anyway, the Going Arts movie, the acting by the entire cast was incredible. I've got to give it to Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, and I definitely loved Jeff Goldblum as a Grandmaster. I think he was a really great addition. He's a great actor, Jeff Goldblum. My favourite role he played Ian Malcolm, and he was incredible in this movie as a Grandmaster, really was. I definitely really love Cate Blanchett as Hela. Her performance in this movie was absolutely incredible. She's one of the best MCU villains, absolutely, because she played her so well, Cate Blanchett did. She was incredible. I also definitely once again loved Idris Elba as Heimdall. I've always liked him as Heimdall. He's great in the role, perfect for a character. I really liked him. And Anthony Hopkins as Odin, of course, and Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie as well. The visuals were absolutely stunning, and it was really colourful as well. Really beautiful visuals. It was amazing. The villainess, like I mentioned before, was fantastic. She blew me away with her incredible performance. She was brilliant. The action was also really amazing, sort of fight scenes. I definitely also love the inclusion of Hulk as well. I'm very glad this movie explained why he wasn't in Civil War and where he went after Age of Ultron when he flew away. I'm glad this movie explained that he came into Sakaar and became a gladiator, just like in the Planet Hulk series, which is pretty cool actually. Nice little callback to that. And Hulk in his gladiator armor was actually a really nice design. And once again, Mark Ruffalo was amazing as Hulk, as always. There's also the first time, guys, where Hulk is not voiced by Lou Ferrigno. He's actually voiced entirely by Ruffalo in this movie, which is actually pretty awesome. I also love Doctor Strange's appearance as well. I knew he'd be in this movie because Thor appeared in one of the mid-credit scenes of the Doctor Strange movie. So I had a good feeling that Strange would be in this movie, and I was right. And he played a small but pivotal role where he provides Thor and Loki with directions to Odin. I also really love a mid-credit scene where Thanos' ship intercepts the Asgardian ship, which has escaped to Asgard. And that, of course, set up Infinity War, which left me really hyped for Infinity War. And I did also say before, I definitely like the inclusion of Valkyrie. I definitely like her from the comics. I'm glad she finally made her appearance in this, and Tessa Thompson did a great job as her. And I also, as well, another thing I do love for Ragnarok, guys, is I love the inclusion of Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. Like, it fits perfectly because the lyrics are about Norse mythology, so it fitted perfectly. It really did. However, my issues with the movie, guys, for example, my biggest issue with the movie is I don't like how Hela had such little screen time. Now, don't get me wrong, Cate Blanchett nailed the role, she was perfect, but I don't like how she had such little screen time. Like, you can't just bring in a villainess like that and just waste them like that, really. It's like what we did to, the members of the Strike Force team in, X-Men Origins Wolverine, where they gave them such little screen time. They did it to Hela in this movie, which I didn't really like. But she was great for Hela. I also dislike as well how they killed off Odin, and also so easily too, where he was also wasted. He only appears in the scene on the mountain in Norway, on the coast, and then he, disappears. You guys realise that he dies just like a Luke Skywalker dies in Star Wars The Last Jedi, don't you? I didn't like that one bit. If Anthony Hopkins didn't want to play anymore, that's fine, but he could have at least gave, a much more emotional performance, surely. Well, they could have given him a better direction, couldn't they? So yeah, I didn't like how and the way he dies, it was lame, I'm telling you. They wasted Odin. Speaking of wasting, I also dislike how they wasted and killed off Warriors 3. They had potential to be good characters, Warriors 3, in these movies, but unfortunately they all got easily killed by Hela. Didn't really like that at all. And I will be honest as well, with regards to Valkyrie, she was great in the movie, but I feel like she needed a bit more development. For example, I wish they properly explained why she defected to Thor's side. after previously working as a scrapper for a Grandmaster. Like, I wish we explained why she defected properly. And also, while I did love the mid-credit scene, I did not like the post-credit scene. That post-credit scene was dumb. It really was. Like, I had no idea what was going on. It made no sense. Like, it was lame. So lame. Like, I don't know why they had to include that. It was unnecessary. It was not needed. However, that's for Ragnarok. Now, my second favourite Thor movie is the first one from 2011, which I give a 7 out of 10 to. So, going about this movie, I liked once again performances, you know, by Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, and definitely Natalie Portman as Jane Foster. Loved her as Padme, and definitely loved her as Jane Foster as well. Anthony Hopkins as Odin, and also definitely from Renee Russo as Thor's mother as well. I think she was another great character that I did like as well, Frigga. And I also liked Kat Dennings as well as Darcy. I think she was great too. And also Stellan Skarsgård as Eric Selvig. I like Eric Selvig. He's a pretty cool character. And also I definitely liked Colm Feore as Laufey, the leader of Frost Giant. I think he was also a great villain choice too. The action was also really good too, so was the music. I definitely also like the twist where it revealed Loki's true parentage, where it's revealed he's actually for Odin's adopted son. He's actually a child of the Frost Giants, which was a pretty cool twist. I also like this scene with Hawkeye as well, where we introduced Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye in his scene. Pretty cool introduction to him, but I wish he had more screen time though, but luckily he has a much bigger role in the Avengers movie coming up after that. I also like how Coulson appeared, because that was a good way to connect to the previous MCU movies by including him. And another thing I do also love is Stan Lee's cameo as that tow truck driver. Like that scene where he tries to pull the hammer out of the ground, but it causes a flatbed of the truck to fall off, and he goes, "Did it work?" That cracks me up every time I watch Thor. Speaking of Stan Lee, does with his cameo on Thor where he's the hairdresser and he cuts Thor's hair. Unpopular opinion, guys, I do actually like Thor with short hair than long hair, to be honest, yeah. Not sure how popular that opinion is, but yeah, that's my opinion. So, another thing as well I do like is a post-credit scene where Eric Selvig meets Nick Fury and they discuss the Tesseract. And also, we also see that Loki survived the fall as well. And that, of course, sets up the Avengers movie just like how Captain America First Avenger did, yeah. And the humour was also pretty well. Like, I think the funniest part of the movie for me personally, aside from Stanley's camera, was also when Thor throws his cup of coffee on the ground because he wants another. Like, that was hilarious. However, my issue with the movie, guys, is I feel like Thor and Jane's relationship needed a bit more development. I think it needed more development, and the other issue is it was really confusing how Odin went into the Odin sleep, and they didn't explain what it was or how it happened. It was so confusing, and because of the unfortunate waste of a character. But nonetheless, this is an enjoyable movie to watch. So, and now we get to my least favourite Thor movie, which is Thor: The Dark World from 2013. 2013 is known by a lot of fans as being a bad year for Marvel. Not for many, but it's for a lot of people who watch these movies. A lot of people who don't consider this to be a good year. So with Thor: The Dark World, this movie I don't really like at all. I consider it my third worst MCU movie. It's behind Captain Marvel and Iron Man 3. Captain Marvel, in my opinion, is the worst, followed by Iron Man 3, and then this film. However, I give it 5.5 out of 10, but there is some good things about it which makes me appreciate it, actually, guys. I liked, the acting by the cast was great. We can't blame the actors, it's not their fault. Chris Hemsworth did the best he could as Thor, so did Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Natalie Portman as Jane, Anthony Hopkins as Odin, everyone else. The action was actually pretty decent, you know, guys. The fight scenes actually weren't that bad, you know, when you think about it. They're actually pretty good. And of course, guys, we also get introduced to the reality stone, the ether, as we call it. So, that, of course, brought together the whole Infinity Saga. It was all coming together. And I will say as well that I did also like Brian Tyler's music score, like his Thor theme, for example. It's actually not that bad, you know. He's a great composer, Brian Tyler. But that's my favourite music he's done is probably the Transformers Prime theme tune and also a soundtrack of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. However, my issues with the movie, guys, is, you probably guess what I don't like. Right off the bat, I did not like Malekith. I'm sorry. Malekith really got on my nerves. He was such a boring, dull villain. He was such a poor substitute for Laufey. He really was. Now, I'm not blaming Christopher Eccleston, guys. I do love him as an actor, as the Ninth Doctor from Doctor Who. But And he did do his research into a character, so I do appreciate him doing that. But the direction he was given was terrible. They could have done Marcus so much better in this movie. They really could have done better, but they failed. So many missed opportunities. And of course, after seeing the Avengers movie, guys, I wanted to see Loki again, because I thought he was such an amazing villain in the Avengers movie and the first Thor movie. But in this movie, oh god, they wasted Loki. They gave him such little screen time, and also they appeared to have killed him off by Curse. I will be honest, with regards to Curse, guys, I thought his design wasn't that bad, you know, Curse's design, played by Adewale, who you may know as Killer Croc from the Suicide Squad movie, and also as Locknath from The Mummy Returns as well. But yeah, they wasted Loki in this movie, guys. But thankfully he's alive because he tricked Thor by impersonating Odin, so luckily he didn't die. And of course, as well, another issue I have, like with the first Thor movie, they didn't develop, you know, Thor and Jane's relationship either. And also, the humour also got my nerves too. They used way too much of it, guys. At first it was okay, pretty funny, but they used way too much of it and it got my nerves. Like, I wasn't taking it seriously at all. I don't know about you guys, but the humour just wasn't landing for me. Because they used way too much of it. But nonetheless, guys, after seeing Avengers Endgame, I do appreciate this movie for what it is. After seeing the Frigga and Thor scene in Avengers Endgame, I actually do appreciate this movie a lot more now. But nonetheless, well, those are my issues with it, and that's my opinion. So, guys, I mean, I'm not the only one, because Christopher Eccleston, who plays Malekith, he said he didn't like the humour either. He actually said there was too much of it in his interview about the movie during, like, the panel for it. So, I'm not the only one. But if you guys like the movie, that's absolutely fine. Like I said, I mean, it's your opinion. So, guys, this is my ranking for the Thor trilogy and best worst, in my opinion. So, number 1 is Thor Ragnarok, number 2, Thor, and number 3 is Thor: The Dark World. And, guys, speaking of Thor movies, I am excited for Love and Thunder. I can't wait for that. I'm very excited for it. I hope they develop Jane properly as well. I mean, she's going to be becoming Lady Thor, guys, which I'm happy about. I think she deserves to. I can't wait to see her holding Mjolnir. I'm very, very excited. Can't wait for that. Definitely also interesting seeing Christian Bale as his villain too, and I can't wait for that. So guys, you know the drill. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to leave in the comments how you guys would rank the Thor trilogy. I'd love to hear you guys would rank it. And tell me your thoughts on Thor: Love and Thunder as well, if you're excited for it or not. Also, be sure to join Team Prime by pressing subscribe for more videos coming in the future. And I love you 3000.